Hi, this is Frank Walker, and it's your Canon 212 update for Monday, the 23rd of January. Headline today, Gay New Ways to Malta Bishops. Because Amoris Laetitia, we're ready for Holy Francis Communion too. And why not? Francis's thinking, his anti-rules, his anti-Pharisee thinking, his mercy, Francis' mercy, is entirely corrosive to the faith in every respect. And when you apply that to the Blessed Sacrament, that's the end of Catholicism. They have every right to ask that of those Malta bishops. Why not? Line up. Line up for sacrilegious communion. Ruthless, un-Catholic Malta Francis bishop won't answer church militants' questions. That's a piece from a couple days ago. They're not going to get any answers. Nobody is they don't believe in press. Pope Francis doesn't believe in freedom. He doesn't even believe in democracy. Harold's father, Lucy Smith, blames Maltese Francis bishops for holding a different faith and wrecking church unity. Are we going to get tired of this yet? Are we going to get tired of blaming the bishops for Francis? We can't do that anymore. You can't blame the bishops for Francis. These bishops were completely faithful sounding bishops that towed the line of a Catholic country, Malta, just a couple years ago. But now here they are, completely turned around into people headed for hell. Aren't Catholic at all. Why? Because Francis. It's Francis's fault, Father Lucy. National Catholic reporter Phyllis blasts 4 cardinals. The suffering followers of the white and yellow papal flag are turning black and blue like Jesus. There are the Catholics that follow the Pope now. Where are they going to wave that flag when they don't have 2 people following them, except for Phyllis? She attacks Cardinal Burke for seeing things in black and white. If you can't see things in black and white, you can't see anything. I'm lonely and depressed. Time for confused Protestant Francis Church priests to marry? That's at The Economist. They keep doing this thing. Now they're victims. Celibate priests are just victims of the old pre-Francis Church. Of course, bishops that are like Francis bishops, priests are like Francis priests, aren't going to understand celibacy unless they're gay. Who's Hitler? Who's Hitler? This is the classic case of the pot calling the kettle black. This is Francis's awful insult to everybody that voted Trump. That includes every single faithful Christian in the United States, comparing him to Hitler. But every single headline says, oh, the Pope says he's ready to wait and see about Trump and be patient. Meanwhile, in the article, in the interview, he calls him Hitler. Francis launches preemptive strike on Trump. Yeah, that's Armaticus. Looking at it from the big picture. Dictatorial Francis rejects democracy in Trump's case. Yeah, he says, sometimes a peaceful transition of power can go bad, like with Hitler. Much better to have sort of a junta, right? Cryptic, amorphous, anti-doctrinal Francis warns of the seduction of subjective relativism. Well, I don't think there's too many interviews where Francis says more meaningless, wandering nonsense than this interview. I think he said about 22 ridiculous things in that interview. So, the seduction of subjective relativism. He sure knows how to throw in extra words. Shallow, meaningless Francis speak warns of the terrifying, unhinged liquid society. He is so smart. Okay, in red, no special privilege for God when Francis Cardinal Parolin goes to Davos. That's Chris Ferrara on how much Francis Church loves those Davos elites and how much they love Francis Church and how there's not a thing about Jesus going on there. And you can take a nice look at what really Francis Church is really all about. It's a tool for the elites. That's all it is. You know, the ones that wrecked society and made everybody live like pigs the way we do? Can't even live in families anymore, thanks to these wonderful people that Cardinal Parolin likes to go visit. Empty suits. Does someone hope that if they make enough videos of priests and nuns dancing like teenagers, it'll wreck vocations? Yes. Can you stand looking at these things? I mean, it just looks like it looks like completely hollowed out Francis Church. Only the appearance of being Catholic. There's just something really, really wrong with that, and it keeps happening. Francis interview, I try to live the gospel. Church history was driven by saints, not theologians, okay? How long are you going to keep slicing and dicing everything? It's a false dichotomy. Any saint understood his theology, and many saints put forward. You ever hear of St. Thomas Aquinas? But in Francis Church, there's no theologians because everything is anti-theology. It's anti-theology. It's only the gospel. I'm really sick of listening to Francis's crap. This is BS. That's all you can say. It's just BS. We need to boot Francis. We need to have we need a pope. You know, we need a pope, not a Francis. Trump reinstates ban on U.S. funds promoting abortion overseas. That's a Mexico City policy. Today he's doing a lot of things that he said he was going to do. I thought that was going to happen Sunday, but no, it happened today. And new auxiliary San Antonio Francis Bishop Boulette, very facially joyous and glowing. I'm getting really tired of listening to the highly effeminate, creepy and slippery sounding things that bishops say that no normal person would ever say. And I'm getting tired of looking at their faces. You take a look at that if you like. And then up at the top, Canon212.com, the qui vive against profane, faithless Francis Church tilt. That's the wonderful, eloquent Maureen Malarkey doing a piece just on Canon 212. What a wonderful honor. God bless Maureen Malarkey, and God bless all the readers, and God bless the church. And God save the church.